Hi, I'm Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Do you delegate? Are you delegating as much as you could be delegating? If you're thinking, no, I definitely don't delegate as much as I should or as much as I could, I'm willing to bet it's for one of two reasons, two very good reasons. But I want to tell you how we can kind of get past those. And so those two reasons I typically find are this. The first one is that whatever it is, you think you can do it better or faster yourself. Right. And that might be true, right? But that's kind of a short term gain in terms of the long term, right? And then the second reason is coming from a really good place. It's that we don't want to overburden other people. We don't want to overburden our teams. But what we find is that people actually want greater responsibility. They want opportunity. They're looking for areas to grow. And so I think that is a concern that, not we don't have to worry about as much as we think. Of course, we don't want to just dump work on people, but we can have collaborative conversations about how to delegate and things that we want to delegate to other people. So I want to share with you today, 6 tips for how to delegate the right way so that it feels good to everyone, so that you're getting the stuff off your plate that could be on someone else's, and so that, everybody wins at the end. So when we're delegating, the first step we want to think about is that we want to ask, not tell. Now, if somebody works for you, they're your direct report, they're going to say yes, most likely, to whatever it is you're delegating them to. But that's not the point. The point is to, be kind to people. So be direct, be kind, but ask, right? If you want to get help with something, say, hey, I would love your help with this. Is this something that you have the bandwidth to take on right now, right? If not, let's talk about it, right? We might be able to reprioritize some things. Now, the second thing that you want to do is set really clear expectations. So this is another mistake I often see people making with delegating, is that they have a really clear picture in their head of what they want at the end, but they don't tell that to the person that they're delegating to. And then, they don't give you exactly what you want, and then you're frustrated and you come back to, I could just do it better and faster myself, right? So be really clear in your expectations about what you're wanting. Now, here's where there's a little bit of nuance. So we want to be really clear in terms of the what of what we want at the end, but we want to steer clear of being really involved in the how, in the details. People are going to feel micromanaged if you're setting up all of these rules about how they're going to get something done. Be really clear about the what, ease back on the how. Then the next thing that you want to do after you've set your expectations, you've been clear about timelines, they know exactly what you want to do or you think, is to confirm understanding. So the third thing that you want to do is, once you think that you've been clear, confirm back. Ask them if they have any questions, ask them if it's clear, make sure they know that this is a conversation. So make sure that, whatever you've communicated, that was actually heard. So confirm that understanding. Fourth thing that you want to do is trust, but verify. We live in the real world. Sometimes things slip. Sometimes we weren't as clear as we thought, even if we checked the communication and all of that. And so it's tempting to feel like once it's off your plate in terms of delegation, you've delegated it to someone else, that you never have to think about it again. Right? That's so nice. Just let it go. But that's not really true, right? With delegation, we still need to just make sure that things are happening. So if you've been really clear on what timelines you want to check in on or what milestones there are, then you don't probably have to do a whole lot of checking in. But you do want to have these milestones set or these check-in points set so that if you don't get an update or if things are not done, you're verifying that they are actually being done, and you can check in with people on that. Because really the buck does stop with you. If it's happening on your team, you're still ultimately responsible, even if you've delegated it to someone else. Now, the fifth thing that we want to do is really to avoid last minute delegation, right? So this is something that comes up a lot. We think we can do it, and so we keep things on our plate, and then at the last minute, we realize we're never going to be able to get this done on time. We have other things, and so now we delegate it to someone else. This is actually just dumping work, right? This is not the right kind of delegation. This is terrible for everyone, because if you're rushed, you're probably not going to give super clear expectations. If you're giving somebody a super quick timeline, well, they've probably planned out what they were going to do, and you giving them something that gives them no leeway is really going to cause them to overwork, or to have some kind of bad morale and bad feeling there. So if at all possible, avoid last minute delegation. And then finally, the sixth component here of good delegation is to say thank you, right? So I think delegation is often a gift. for other people, right? That they're providing them opportunities, etc. But it's also a gift to you of time. And so if you've delegated something to someone, in the beginning, in the middle, at the end, express your appreciation, say thank you. It'll go a long way.
Hey, this is always. I just want to quickly tell you to like and subscribe, and just check if you're subscribed. If you're not, then subscribe, and tell us in the comments below one thing you're going to delegate this week, and just make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out more than you think, so thanks.